Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This is my top 10 stocks as we head into Tuesday, April 30th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. And also for those of you that trade Bitcoin, I will do a bonus analysis at the end. First off, a couple clarifications. Number one, the candlestick right there will still be moving around. That is because the market's open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. Ticker symbol number one, IBRX, did this one on Friday, and the upwards move continues. In fact, got a nice pattern here into play. So first I'm going to do here is actually let me get rid of these lines now that I think about it. They both serve their purpose, and we'll just start afresh here because in my mind, it's all about this new pattern here that has formed after today. Top part of the pattern, that resistance right there, and then the bottom part of the pattern right there. Let me make this a little bit more proportional. There we go. Change that to green to represent support. And then just because I can't help myself, let's make it yellow to keep everything the same color, hopefully make it easier to see. So we have a resistance. We have our support. We have the big upwards move there. For you golfers out there, put a golf hole down here. This would be known as a bull pennant pattern. Now, just because something's a bullish pattern does not mean for sure guaranteed it's going up. But would it be shocking if the price were to come up here and break up through there and then get more continuation? That would not be shocking at all. Even if you just want to call it self-fulfilling prophecy, fine, fair enough. That doesn't take away from the fact of that could very well generate that much more buying pressure and momentum. So if you like stocks in this price range, you like bull pennant patterns, keep an eye on it. Next one, CAUD, same general idea of what I just talked about in terms of patterns. So I'm going to go through this relatively quickly. Honor your time as best as possible. So we have our area of resistance. Now this one's a little bit different because the bottom part is, let me move this down to be where the bounce points were. So not the exact same thing, but same general idea. We have our resistance, we have our support, we have the big upwards move here, we have the golf hole down here. So another bull pennant pattern. So same general idea. If it breaks to the upside, there are no guarantees, but even if you want to call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, a break of that level right there could very well send the price upwards. I would say the big difference here is that this just happens to be a penny stock. So if you like bull pennants, but you prefer to stay down in the world of penny stocks, here you go. Next one, NIO, nice mover today. Now I said, nice depending on perspective. If you're some sort of day trader, flipper, scalper, and you bought right there at the open and you wanted to buy and sell within 20 minutes, well then from that perspective, yeah, things are a little shaky because the price did pull back. But even with that, it's not like the price even had any problems with this area of support right here. And that trend line is what I've been calling the ideal level, meaning, hey Clay, what would make this chart look the absolute strongest moving forward? And that would be if the price can stay above there. But even if the price were to drop below there, still not the end of the world, because from more of the overarching standpoint, you have the purple line right there, that 50-period moving average, meaning as time goes by, that line is going to just move itself higher and higher. So essentially, it's a trend line that's going to draw itself for you. So if you want to just visualize that as a quote-unquote trend line, then yeah, from the overarching standpoint, as long as the price is above there, everything's fine. But like I said, from a ideal standpoint, if the price can stay above that level, then that's just that much more impressive, which it did do today. In terms of areas of resistance, nothing fancy here, just a question of where did the party stop? And the party ended very quickly during that opening 30 minutes, right up there at 468. So that'll be the main battleground from that angle. But all things considered, good, healthy day and good way to start off the week. I suppose I should have put this one someplace else. Ticker symbol SINT. Should have put it right after the other ones because, we have, once again, a bull pennant pattern. So we have our area of resistance. We have our area of support. And just for my sake, to ensure that I can make this as visually appealing as possible, let's keep it one color. Resistance, support there. Big move up. Golf hole down here. So I'm not going to go any further to respect your time, but here we go. Now, I'd say the biggest difference here is maybe you like penny stocks, but you only like those penny stocks down below the 10-cent round or the 10-cent number. Then this one would fit that bill there. So another penny stock with a bull pennant. Next one here, TSLA Tesla, big day today with the news, and this upwards trend continues. Pretty crazy to think not that long ago, this thing was down here in the 140s, 130s, and now all of a sudden it's all the way up here, pushing, the $200 mark. So needless to say, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that level as it served its purpose for now and map out a couple different areas. Now, what I find interesting here is that there was this little miniature trend line right here that it was occurring, but this last 30 minutes, You can see very clearly, and this is why I like to do these when the market's open. Like I said, it's broken out. This candle is pushing new highs, which now brings about a very exciting question. Is this break the start of something bigger headed into Tuesday? Now, to be fair, maybe this break means nothing, and maybe this thing just rolls right back over. But that is a two-sided coin because, well, I mean, maybe it is the start of something bigger, and this thing's getting ready to rock and roll, on Tuesday. So from that angle alone, very interesting set of circumstances where you can ask that question, is this the start of something bigger? Always fun. But think about that question. It makes no sense to ask the question if nothing worthwhile is happening in the first place. But in this situation, something worthwhile is happening. It's broken out. So is this the start of an even bigger breakout to the upside of this pattern? Let's see what the next couple of days have to offer here for Tesla. Real quick, want to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering later on in the week. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description box you can use to sign up. Or if you're watching at my site, there's an area right there on the webpage you can use to sign up. So like I said, if you've been enjoying, then definitely get signed up for the free live webinar. Next one here, DNA. Interesting situation with the pullback here. So start off the day very strong, pulled back, and this is always key because when it starts to pull back, it's a valid question to be wondering, is this going to be one of these, pump and dump, gap and trap type things? And we got our answer, no, it started to go sideways. And the location of where it started to go sideways, namely right up above that pink line there, the 200 period moving average, it makes sense and it creates a nice little pattern. As I've said, and we'll probably say 2 million more times, there are no guarantees, but has it at least become plausible to think, okay, this pullback is over, it's consolidating, and now this thing could be getting ready to turn back upwards. That is certainly a plausible thought process to go through. So needless to say, key area of support to continue to watch moving forward is going to be that pink line there, because as long as the price stays above there, it remains plausible to think that the upwards move is still healthy because it's building that higher base. In terms of areas of resistance, if it is going to try to turn itself around, initial key area of resistance right there around the $3 mark. But like I said, if you like these sorts of situations and setups, I definitely keep an eye on it. Next one, TSLL, an ETF that allows you to play Tesla at a much lower price point. So same general idea here as Tesla. I probably should have put this right after Tesla, but remember Tesla had that situation where it was this pullback, and then during the final 30 minutes, the price had broken up above there, so we could ask ourselves the question, hey, is this the start of something even bigger? Same exact thing applies here. Like I said, the biggest difference is just being that you can see right over here, the prices are much lower than what Tesla is right now. So if you want to play Tesla but not have to throw up that kind of money to play the ticker itself, TSLL serves as an ETF that you can use to keep an eye on. So keep an eye on that if you like this price range better for your trades, but you do also want to participate in Tesla, or you just like these situations where something is breaking out and you get to ask yourself that question, okay, it's broken out. Is it the start of something bigger? So if that's you, then certainly keep TSLL on your radar. Next one here, SOFI, absolutely brutal. Looking back to last week, both Thursday and then Friday right there, beautiful uptrend. And then today, just absolutely smash back to the downside. In terms of areas of resistance, first key level is going to be that pink line there, 200 period moving average. You can see right there, no coincidence where this bounce this morning eventually got rejected as it got pushed back down. So continue to watch that 200 period moving average right there as that main area of resistance. If there is any sort of attempt in all actuality, before you even put any focus on that, the closer term level of resistance is going to be right there at that trend line right there. So keep an eye on that in the very near term. In terms of levels of support, you got to squeeze things down so you can kind of see where I'm getting this level from. But this point down here at 697, so you can see right here coming from several days ago, is where it held. So if the price were to go down there and then break through there, that would just be telling you that the bears are not only still in control, but getting that much stronger because now they're pushing the price down to new lows that have not been seen for a very long time. So definitely keep an eye on that level if the price continues on down. And then for you pattern players, what we have here is a bear pennant pattern. So if you like to play, things from the short side, then that would be a very valid thought process here, given the bear pennant nature of the situation. Next one, HWH, very, very impressive chart. Let me show you what I mean by that as I squeeze things out. But I mean, look at that uptrend, leveled off here. And then from there has just been higher highs after higher lows. And that's exactly what happened today. Once again, higher highs and those higher lows. So in terms of areas of resistance, no fancy logic here other than just asking yourself the question, where did the party finally stop today? And that was right up there at 302. So for that reason alone is what I would consider the main area of resistance, just simply where the party stopped today. So keep an eye on 302. And then in terms of levels of support, ideally, meaning, hey, Clay, what would make this chart look the strongest would be if the price can stay up above 243. But from the overarching standpoint, as long as the price remains above that purple line there, which you now know is that 50-period moving average. So as that line moves itself higher and higher and serves as an overarching trend line, as long as the price remains above an uptrending trend line, then by definition, the price would also be in an uptrend. So just keep an eye on that from an overall standpoint. But all things considered, as you saw, very, very impressive uptrend. Next one, TQQQ. And good, solid day today. Not explosive, but it held strong after some very, very crazy downwards price movements, particularly right here this afternoon. I mean, it was looking very, very shaky, but bounced back, put in that lower shadow right there. And then as I speak right now, very, very nice, solid final 30 minutes. So let's map out the key level, at least in my opinion, moving forward, and that'll be that resistance trend line right there. So keep an eye on that. If the price can push up through that level, then you can see it starts to get into some space. It starts to create some more wiggle room for itself. That could create some additional momentum, but one hurdle at a time. First, got to get up through, like I said, that level right there. In terms of areas of support, nothing new here to report. I guess that's not necessarily true totally. Still have 5460, but what's new to report is that purple line, because of its nature being a 50-period moving average, it is moving closer and closer to that green line right there. So eventually, it looks like probably on Tuesday, for sure by Wednesday, that purple line will be crossing up above 5460. And at that point, the purple line actually takes higher priority than what it does right now. But because it's still down below 5460, that would still be the higher priority level. But all things considered, especially like I said, the very nasty afternoon sell-off right there, this recovered nicely, got good momentum. It's getting very close to that resistance trend line right there. So can it get the break on Tuesday? We'll see what happens. I'll get to Bitcoin here in just a second, but for you stock traders, if you like what you saw here and you want to learn more, definitely go get signed up for that free webinar. It'll be later this week, Thursday, May 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So I hope to see you there. Now let's talk some Bitcoin. One quick clarification here, we are now looking at the 4-hour time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks instead of 30 minutes represents 4 hours. And I'm doing that because Bitcoin is open 24/7, and I want this analysis to remain relevant for as long as possible. So by looking at this larger time frame, it allows me to accomplish that. So I'm just going to assume that you're watching this 10, 15, 20 hours from after I get posted, so I can walk you through some key questions here. Before I get to those questions, though, first update based on just the foundational rule. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that level, because I think what matters most now is that level right there. So I'm talking to myself a little bit here. But question number one, so let's just say 20 hours. 20 hours you're watching this from now, you're watching this video. Question number one, very, very important question. Where is the price at relative to 61,300? If you're answering the question that the price is down below there, that's not good at all, because that would imply that the price is somewhere down around here, which would be putting it right back inside of this range where it was on this last breakout before a very nice recovery. So said another way, that would imply that Bitcoin made a great bounce and then has gone all the way right back to where it was. Not a good sign at all. Now, if you're saying the price is down below 61,300, the next question you'd want to immediately ask yourself is, okay, well, where's the price at relative to that level down there at 59,600? If somehow you're answering the question that the price is down below that level, that's telling you Bitcoin is having a very, very rough time. So I doubt that's going to be the case, but like I said, those would be the couple of questions. If you're answering the question that the price is still above 61,300, then the next immediate question would be, okay, well, where's the price at relative to that 50-period moving average right there, which you can see has not really a problem of getting up above it, but as far as staying up above it has been the key problem. But if you're watching it and the price is up above there and showing that it's been staying up above it, that would be telling you that this bounce that would be required to have occurred is doing a very good job of maintaining those gains. But in my opinion, at least, by far the most important question is all about where is the price at relative to 61,300? Because, yeah, breaking down below there could definitely open up that much more downside momentum. So as I did for the stock traders, I'm also definitely inviting you as a Bitcoin and crypto trader to get signed up for the class, because what you'll be learning about can and definitely should be used within the world of Bitcoin and crypto also. So like I said, it'll be later this week, Thursday, May 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So go get signed up. If you enjoy these top 10 videos plus Bitcoin, hit the like button, leave a comment below, even if you just say hi or tell me what you traded today. Give me your watch list for tomorrow. But also those sorts of interactions help out the algorithm, help out the channel, and I definitely appreciate it. So thanks for watching. Take care and go get signed up for that free webinar.